Welcome, everyone. We've got Dandolph the Wise. We got Take It Easy Jono and Nasty Nate here. And, this is our second episode.
Nasty Nate, the name of the guy who was handing out stripper cards,
nudie cards
on the streets of Las Vegas.
Oh, I don't remember. I don't think
My
I
hero.
knew that story.
He comes up to us. He's like, hey, boys, the name's Nate, Nasty Nate. Here you go. And he's handing out these cards, with these naked ladies on them. We're just like, oh, thanks.
In up broad.
And then I was like, it's like, he's my hero.
It's me in the future. This is my life. Welcome, everybody. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit the little notification bell. Hit the little notification bell. You get notifications when we have new shit. We got new posts. We'll post little shorts, that kind of thing. Hit the like button. It takes half a second.
Follow us on social media. Facebook,
we got all the social
Instagram.
medias, everything. Okay, guys, to start this off, I want to show you guys something unbelievable. An unbelievable clip. Now, for those listening and not watching on YouTube, you may want to check out the video for this. It's really unbelievable. This is a clip. It's unbelievable. This is a clip of the bleeding edge. The bleeding edge of gaming. It's on a Xbox Series X. It's 60 frames per second, 4K gameplay. This is really showcasing the competency, the power of the system. You got to check this out, okay?
Next gen.
Look at this. Look at this celebration. Look at the graphics, and wow, this is just amazing.
Wow.
That's
amazing.
Looped animation.
What the hell?
You want to see that again?
It was honest. It wasn't even like a long animation. It was like literally 2 seconds, like a second. Loop.
Yeah, you can see where it loops.
This is
like watching
the cutting edge,
like watching a GIF.
bleeding edge of
next gen
gaming. So yeah, that was that was where EA is after almost 30 years.
Yeah,
30
like
years
30 NHL games
after making this game. That looks like something from 1999.
Another great reason to play a sports game.
Yeah, like honestly, if that's your favorite game, I mean, there's something wrong with you.
I think the celebrations in like NHL 95 were better than that.
Yeah, like
or the ones you remember
disgusting.
what was it called? Ice hockey? You remember ice hockey?
Yeah, ice hockey. And like when you get into a fight, it would just be like a dust cloud.
Digital dust cloud.
That was on an Xbox Series S. That is Series X, NHL 22. Unbelievable. And did you see the guys on the bench? They're like banging on the bench, and their arms are like going into each other, and like they're they're
good to know
I'm
not missing anything. I guess.
What a fucking joke. Also,
there's a lot of like controversy around just a sidebar around EA too, doing like don't they weren't they one of the first ones to like hold content hostage and like make you pay for shit too? Like a lot of people got pissed off at EA around the beginning when all that stuff started or something.
All those like loot box shit and all that stuff started with the mobile games, but I think it was EA who
so.
brought it into the mainstream of
right. So they were the first to kind of get all that negative attention. I thought,
like the cards. And
yet here they are,
cards and shit,
developing these awesome.
They make all
games.
that money. Do you know how much money those sports games make them? Like it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's
and
the
that,
packs or whatever.
That is what they give you.
Yeah, you can buy
animation is
packs.
what they give you.
Yeah, well, that's where where did they put their money? Like, where did they spend the money on the development?
Well, they put it right into Buddy's pockets at the top. That's it.
I mean, they still charge you $90 or some shit for the game. Like that game cost $90.
It's the same fucking game. It's been the same game for 3 or 4 years.
Oh, it's every year. Anyway, it reminds me of a story. Since you mentioned ice hockey, do you remember we had Wayne Gretzky hockey for NES? Wayne Gretzky hockey.
Yeah.
The players were just like little blobs, and there was like a stick hanging out of it. And I remember one time I was kicking your ass. I was kicking your ass at the game, and you were getting all mad.
I love old games.
And I was like, okay, fine. I'll score on my own net. So that it'll be tied and you can come back. So I did. I scored on my own net in the game, but you thought I scored on your net again. So you got all fucking mad and you like turned it off. And then we got into like a fight because I was like, I scored on my own net. It wasn't even your net. And you were like, no, it was my net. You scored on my net again. Oh, fuck, it was dumb. And then we got into a fight.
I remember there was only like one way I could score on you in those games is I would just skate up the ice and just hit the goalie when I had the puck. It would just like go in.
A classic move. It still works in NHL 22,
really?
I bet.
Yeah, well, there we go.
What a shit
Probably.
game. Also, you should look at some of the reviews. Some of the reviews on that game are just like, it's like 1 star. Everyone reviewing 1, 2 star. It's a 2-star game, I call it. That's what I call it. So, we can get into our correction corner, as Nathaniel wanted to call it.
Correction corner.
To talk about the last episode if we fucked anything up or said something stupid, which might happen a lot.
Yeah, so we're just going to do that at the beginning. So I've got a couple of things that I said that I'd like to correct. I said Nintendo sucks.
Yeah, man.
They don't. I just... I was just joking, but like I will pick fun at Nintendo just because they've only made the same games for 40 years. Every friggin' time it's just a Mario game, another Mario game, another Zelda game.
Hey,
I know, and that's why.
See, man.
Hold on, that's why.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Face.
Is he frozen again?
Hello? His face. I bet his internet just went out. His face. Oh my god. There you are. You're back. Man.
Did you not hear me like 5 seconds ago?
No, you froze. You froze in a very
I know the face. I know the face I made. I can imagine.
No, you gotta see that.
That's not true. They were making for a long time. They were making games that were geared toward younger kind of audiences, or the more traditional Nintendo audiences, whatever you want to call them. But they did start releasing a lot of more like mature rated games and R-rated games on Switch because it has now the capability to do that. So now you see things like Skyrim and The Witcher 3 is on Switch. So, you know, they're moving in that direction.
Witcher 3's on Switch?
I can't. Yeah. And
That's cool.
It looks pretty good for a Switch game. And it obviously doesn't look like Xbox or whatever else. My buddy has it. It looks pretty good. So anyway, that's a correction. They are now moving in the same direction as more.
But what I mean is, why do you buy a Nintendo? To get Mario, to get Zelda, right?
Yep.
To get...
you also rent a Nintendo
That's it.
to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
And
but
like Mario Party?
So for
like
me, I would
Wii
never...
shit games, whatever?
I would never spend $400 to play a Mario game. I'm sorry. It's not going to happen. Because I can get everything else on the much better consoles.
yeah, but again, that's where I think demographic comes into play, where you've got parents who's like, oh, let's buy our kids a Switch and they'll get a Mario game or whatever. But maybe the parents wants to play it too, so they've got access to more.
Yeah.
But they don't have other consoles. So it's all a money thing too, because the Switch also doesn't cost fucking $700 like an Xbox does, right? So it's like, well, if you want a newer console and you don't want to go break the bank, but then you've got the other versions of Xboxes and PlayStation. So I don't know. It's all a matter of what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But like whenever like people will have a Nintendo and then they'll have the other systems, right? So it's like you always have a Nintendo. That's how Nintendo has stuck around so long, is because Mario and Zelda and them, like, only on Nintendo, then you have to buy a Nintendo. So everyone has.
That's what we
a
call a
Nintendo.
killer app. That's what they used to call that.
Yeah.
A killer app is a game that you will buy the console for. That was a thing they used to throw around back when I was reading the magazines, like the PSM, PlayStation Magazine.
Yeah.
This is a killer app, they'd say. And Zelda
always
is a
Zelda.
killer app.
Every time, yeah.
Because
I've done that recently.
Although people love like Super Smash Bros. And shit like that too.
Yeah, party games.
Also, your birthday bungle story, you had a correction that it was Super Mario World for Super Nintendo. It wasn't NES. It was a Super Nintendo one. Also, okay, another correction that I said, this is not a correction. I just said that Xbox One is better than PS4. That's obviously personal preference because I just like the platform, the social platform. It connects, Windows Live, cross-platform with Windows, easy, bada bing, bada boom. You can play on PC. You can play with your friends on Xbox. You can't do that on fucking PS4 with PC. Can't fucking do that. That's just why I said it's better.
And just generally speaking, everything we say on this podcast is personal preference. Like, obviously, we're not stating that
unless
Xbox
I say
better than
fact. What I'm about to say is fact.
This is a fact. The Elder Trolls podcast is the best podcast. Fact.
Yeah. Now, that is true.
All right. It's now game time.
Game time.
Sweet.
What
Let's
are
get
you
it
guys
on.
playing right now? What are you playing? What do you want to play? What are you playing?
Daniel, what are you playing?
I'll go first. Sure, I'll go first. Currently, I've got Assassin's Creed Valhalla on Series X that I'm kind of dipping back into because I had stopped for a little while because I feel like it's just one of those massive games. At least it certainly feels like it.
It was
and
huge. I had to stop playing. I was like, I can't because Cyberpunk was coming out. Cyberpunk was coming out. Yeah, so I was like, I'm not finishing this game. I just got to like England, and I was already playing for like 10 hours. I'm like, holy frig! The game literally just starts at that point after you get.
It's one of those.
I was just like, fuck.
Yeah, and it feels like it's gonna take forever. It's one of those games that feels like it takes forever to kind of even scratch the surface. But again, those are the games that I love because you're spending $90 on it if you're buying it brand new. Like, what do you want? You want an experience. You want one of those huge games. So and I'm loving it. It's an awesome fucking skull crushing adventure.
It was good. I had a badass Viking chick.
I'm me too. I chose the female Eivor because I don't. And again, that's an interesting concept for a lot of modern games coming out. Cyberpunk was another one where, like, if you're not playing an RPG where you get to choose all that, a lot of times, I don't know, there's obviously specific games out there that have like female leads and male leads or whatever. But I was like, I've never made a female character in a game. So I'm going to do it in Cyberpunk and I'm going to do it in Valhalla. And it's been awesome. But beyond that, I'm really just playing Assassin's Creed, and I was playing Red Dead Redemption, just doing a lot of like challenges and hunting legendary animals and stuff. Which
another
is
game
awesome.
That's way too fucking long. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're back on the Xbox with the Valhalla.
Valhalla, yeah. I was on PlayStation 5, and I took advantage of their cross-save feature. Ubisoft has a really cool cross-save feature. Anybody watching who wants to know if it works or whatever, if you buy one of their games on either console, you can play it back and
Any
forth
game?
between. I think they have a list online that you can check
on there. Yeah,
it's got a list. They've got a list, but like the ones that I've seen so far there's a few Assassin's Creeds. Like Far Cry Primal was another game that they do it with because I see it on my account. So if I wanted to, I could install that on another. So yeah, I took advantage of that, and I went back on Xbox just because it's like I want to move all the non-exclusive Sony exclusives to Xbox and just play all the kind of main games on Xbox, and then all the sweet exclusives that come out from Sony, I'll play those on PlayStation. But yeah, works awesome.
Nate, what are you playing? Nate?
Are you guys
Nasty.
ready?
Something nasty, I bet. I bet it's
I play
something
a lot
nasty.
of games.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
play
true.
a lot of different
This
games.
might take a while. How much time do we have? Holy fuck.
Right now, I modded the shit out of Skyrim. Took me it took me a while to get it actually running properly, but now Skyrim looks sick. So I'm playing that. I also finished up Final Fantasy 14 online, like the main story quest, like the story quest. So now I'm gonna take it easy on that because I was hammering that game pretty hard. What else am I playing? Oh shit, man. Temtem, playing a lot of Temtem, which is like a Pokemon. If anybody wants to play like a Pokemon-esque kind of game for PC, I think it's for PS5 as well now.
It's pretty
It's
cool.
called
It's
Temtem.
hard, though. It's not fucking easy.
It is fucking hard. Yeah, it's hard.
Like, the battling
And
is hard. But it is basically
Yeah.
Pokemon. It's like a 3D open world Pokemon game,
Mhm.
basically.
Yeah, and it's MMO, so like everyone else is running around online with you.
Yeah, that's right.
You
It's
can
an
talk to
MMO.
people, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, party up.
That's cool.
It even has like a whole like tournament system and like a competitive system. Yeah,
Scene? Competitive scene.
which I tried to go in one. I just got wrecked.
Yeah.
But that
Like, even against the AI, though, is hard. Like, when I was playing, I was
Yeah,
like,
oh, yeah.
fuck, this game is hard,
And,
man.
like,
I can't beat
some of
these
my-
guys.
some of my monsters are like level, let's say 50, and I've gotten there in the quest, and the quests are level 50, and then I go out in the wilderness and like the monsters are like level 60. I'm like, how am I supposed to catch these fucking things?
Yeah.
It's stupid. And then I run into a trainer, and he's got like level 72 monsters, and he cripples me. It's stupid. So then I got to go grind for like 7 hours. So that that's what pisses me off about that game. But other than that, like the story is great. It's long. It's still in alpha. It's $50 right now. But I've put in like 80 hours so far.
Still
So
an alpha.
mhm.
Yeah, I think I have 20 hours.
I think they've got one more island to add. Like it's an archipelago world or something. So they put islands,
Archipelago.
and that's
Archipelago.
however you fucking say that. So, my rule of thumb is $1 an hour is how I go by buying stuff. So
Oh, my God.
if I'm spending $90 on a game, I gotta play it for at least 90 hours.
I'd say I'll go half
So
that.
that's why. Yeah, so that's why I usually
Maybe
buy
a
them when
third.
they're when they're on sale. So I'll usually buy a game when they're like $30-$40, and even
It's
then
like
I can't
$1
hit
an
40
hour.
hours. Yeah.
It's like $1 now.
But that's that
That's
one.
interesting.
And then I'm playing AoE 2, Age of Empires 2, with a bunch of our pals. We started doing it the beginning of COVID. It's been our lockdown kind of COVID game where there's 8 of us that get together. We have 4v4 matches every once in a while, lasts like 3 or 4 hours.
I couldn't
And
do
it's
it. I had to
just-
stop. I
It's
couldn't
just
do it.
well, we played a couple of games, but each game is running now like an hour. Every game's like an hour now at least. It's pretty sweet.
Can't do it.
That's it.
The RTSs like that, like constantly having to do something. If you miss like something for like 30 seconds, you're behind, and then you just get fucking hammered. I'm like, ugh, I don't have that.
Mm.
I don't have the patience and the concentration for this.
And it's even worse now because everyone's gotten to the level where that actually matters. So like everyone's at a like when we started, I was the best out of everyone. I was crushing everybody. But now everyone's like at my level or better. Now we have a guy or a couple of guys that are like better than me. So missing that villager dying off the bat, you're fucked. You're fucked. And you're
I
like,
didn't
well,
like it. Yeah. It was okay. I mean, I played it for like 200 hours or something with you guys, and I'm like I'm done. No more. Like, and
well, we
with
replaced you.
these
Okay.
guys that we're playing with are out in the fucking country. They have the worst internet. They're always disconnecting, lagging. Like, no, worse than you. We're talking ExploreNet.
wow.
Here.
Some nights it's perfectly fine. After
They can't
Ryan
even
got his new
connect to the
laptop.
voice chat. They can't even connect to the voice chat, man.
But sometimes I bet you when it's like really cold, when it's really cold out,
What's
It's
it
it's
called?
very shitty.
When you want to
Yeah.
game together, you can't because their internet is
In
shitty when
Canada,
it's really
yeah.
cold.
What is
Oh
it?
my
Minus
God.
what right now?
Last night was minus
A
32 or
million?
some shit.
Fuck, man.
We need fucking exosuits to go out there. Like your
That'd be
hazard
sick.
systems would be overloading, like in
Minus 22 right
No
now.
Man's Sky.
Hazard. Yeah, No Man's Sky.
Technology recharged.
Hazard.
But, no,
Hazard.
I never got into the RTSs. I don't know what that's about. Like, I
Oh, I
love
love it.
the Middle Ages and history. So, like, why wouldn't I play Age of Empires? I don't know. I don't know what it was. I just never really got into them.
And an hour-long game, like 2
Oh,
hour-long games.
That's when it gets
Fuck
frustrating,
that.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I'm not fucking wasting and then you do one stupid thing that causes you to lose, or you miss one thing, or you
You gotta
don't.
be good, man.
You have
That's
a
it.
batch of villagers just sitting there, and you don't know because you're not like, Ugh. Anyway,
That's what I'm playing. That's it.
Speaking of Skyrim, Nathaniel, I
Oh,
kind
did you want to see a couple of
show us some
these
screenshots of
out.
the mod.
show you some screenshots of this mod.
some scream shots.
Screenshot.
While you pull those up,
Yeah.
I loaded mine up because you were talking about it. You had me wanting to play, so I loaded up my special edition on Xbox. The first fucking thing I got was a bug in the quest that I was on in the middle of. I don't know how, but I was supposed to help the Stormcloaks take over some fort, and I did it. And they showed up with me. Some of the reinforcements came up behind me, and they're like, kind of at my 6, and then we go in and we take care of it. We release the prisoners, whatever. And then the quest at the end was like, talk to Ralof to finish the quest. And I was like, okay. So I followed the marker to he wasn't even with us, and he was supposed to be on the quest with us. And I was like, well, where is he? So I went back to like the encampment, which was near the fort, and he's just got his blade
Banging
out,
some chick.
and he's ready. He's ready for action with his huge axe out, and he's just like hunched
Please.
over, and the battle music is playing this entire time. And I was like, okay. And I'm trying to talk to him, and he's like, hey, you're still alive, with his ridiculous accent. And I couldn't get it to work. So I had to like Google it.
That's the only
Great
game
game,
where
though.
bugs. Yeah, exactly. Like it's the only game
Great
where
game.
I'll deal with the bugs because they're so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And hilarious.
Oh, I know. The
Yeah,
Oblivion
they're
bugs were
hilarious.
my favorite thing. Like,
So this is a modded Skyrim. Look how beautiful that looks.
yeah, you can really see it with the light on the building there, eh?
Like I'm just
that the
walking
Northern
around. I have
Lights?
to stop.
Is that
Oh, that's
Aurora
cool. Stop.
Borealis?
This is Riften. I was trying to get into Riften because the guard was blocking my entrance. But like, look at this. It's sick.
Unfortunately for anyone listening, you can't see these awesome graphics that are in the mod that Nathaniel's using for Skyrim, but they're basically make it look like the game like is next gen, I should say new gen graphics. Very cool.
Okay, so that is like 1,500 mods.
Wow.
Yeah,
1,500 different mods. No fucking thank you. Like, what the hell?
1,500 mods. It takes like 3 hours to download them all because they're off like all these sites everywhere. They're not like
And you did
high-speed
this?
servers or anything. Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
If anybody
Yikes.
wants to know how I
Yikes.
did it, if you're playing Skyrim and you've got a pretty beefy computer, let me know. But my computer, that all those mods, it completely like I'm not only getting like 40 FPS, 40 to 60 FPS.
That's all you need in a.
So
In a
yeah, that's all you
adventure
need in Skyrim. Yeah. But anyway, that's it.
All right, Jonathan, what are you playing, man?
game.
That's what's next.
I play the same thing. Same thing I play every day, Pinky. I'm playing Apex Legends. Apex Legends on PC. The Battle Royale. The
Right.
best Battle Royale.
The
None of
best battle royale. Yeah.
None of that Fortnite shit. I got to Diamond again this
Nice.
season. I got to Diamond last season for the first time, which is like the third highest rank or second highest rank, I guess. But the first rank is Masters, then it goes Diamond. But the top 750 players of Masters are Apex Predator, which is the top rank, but it's only the top 750 players. So I'm in Diamond, so it's Predator, Master, Diamond. It's like the top 4 or 5%, I think, of ranked players. So it's pretty good.
Nice, very nice.
It was
So
a lot
you're
easier.
doing well.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard. I don't know. Last season, I solo queued, which means I wasn't playing with anybody. I'm just queuing up to play with 2 random fucking people to try to play and win. And I don't know if anyone doesn't know what a battle royale is. It's you drop in with, I think there's 30 teams, 30 3-man teams. Last team standing wins, and the map shrinks. The zone shrinks, and you can't go outside of the shrinking area or you will die. So it forces you together, and it comes down to the last circle, and the last team standing are the champions. So that's what the game is.
Is that the name of the genre of the game of Apex is a battle royale?
Yeah, so like
That's
Fortnite,
what that is, right?
Fortnite, Warzone, Apex.
Right. Fortnite. Yeah,
They're all battle royales.
Gotcha.
So yeah, last season I solo queued. It was torture, fucking torture. It was horrible. Like I said to myself, I will never do this again, because you lose points, right? It costs you points to get into a game, and if you die right away, you get minus points. So it's very hard to climb if you're solo queuing with random people. They don't have microphones, so you need to coordinate when you're playing at that high of a level. Like, you have to have a microphone. So if they don't, you're at a disadvantage, or they suck, or they're horrible. They're assholes. You know what I mean? Like, they'll sabotage you because you picked their favorite character and they can't play it, so they'll
just petty.
Just idiots. So anyway, we found a little squad to play with. Squirty Wirt played with him and this other guy who I had a good game with one game, so we just added each other as friends, and then we kept playing together. So I kept inviting him. I got him on Discord, and we went through Platinum pretty easily. Just like me and him, and then Wirt sometimes played with us. So like all you have to do is scan the beacons so you know where the next zone is going to be. You go there. If the spot is taken, you contest it. If you survive, good. You just keep doing that because you'll know where the zone is going to end, and that's what you have to do basically to get to Diamond. Like, really. So I played that. I was playing Warzone. When the guys are on, we play Warzone. I don't love it. It's become a bit of a shit show. Even after this anti-cheat thing that they came out with, there's still hackers everywhere. Now they have flying cars. They fly around in the cars, and they aimbot you from the top of a flying car. Like, it's an absolute joke. Like, they ruined the game.
Stupid game.
They ruined the game. We started playing this right before COVID started is when we started playing it. I think like January, February 2020. We were playing, and it was awesome. And that was the first battle royale that I played, so it was cool. I was like, holy shit, there are so many people. There's a lot more people in Warzone than there are in Apex too. So like, we're dropping in, and we liked the multiplayer too, and all the guns are really good in Modern Warfare. So it was a good place. The game was in a good place. There were still cheaters, but not as bad as there is now. It's ridiculous now, but it was sweet.
The last video you sent of Warzone, or at least one of them, was that one where that guy was in the ceiling somehow fucking shooting you. And I was like, is that supposed to happen? Because I have no idea.
This idiot was fucking stuck. I think he was stuck. I don't think he was hacking. He was just stuck because he got stuck in the fucking ceiling. Like, he must have dropped in and went through and was stuck in the top of the building, but he could see out, but no one could see him. So he was just staying up there shooting people. And I was just like, this is such a piece of shit game. Like, fucking stupid. But yeah, we had a lot of fun with it before they changed it. It was really good. We would hop on, and it was fucking exciting, man.
I tried it once. I was not good.
Yeah, well, and no, either were we at first. Like, we were horrible. We didn't win a game for a long time. And we played a lot. And it was it's hard to win. It was hard to win. Like, it's not easy to win a Warzone game, like in the full map. It was a big map. There's like 175 people.
Mhm.
Like, it's a lot.
Let me tell you why I stopped playing Call of Duty games online. It was a very, very specific instance where I was playing World at War. This was way back. Call of Duty World at War.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in this. I don't remember what the name of the map was. My buddies have told me because I've told this story to them. I think it's like Garden or something. I don't remember. And anyway, there's a courtyard with a garden, and there's like
A fountain?
shed.
Is there a
No,
fountain?
it's like a stone. I don't remember. There's a stone wall around the garden in the courtyard.
Yeah,
And
I know that
anyway.
map. It's in Modern Warfare. They brought it back. I
Yeah, it
like that
sounds
map.
familiar.
Yeah, they
There's
brought it back.
buses. Is there buses and like cars on the side? And there's houses on the both ends.
I remember there being buildings on
And
both
like a
ends, but
greenhouse.
I think it was
There's
a small
greenhouse.
map.
I think there's a
Yeah,
greenhouse.
something like that.
Yeah, that's a
It
cool
was a
map.
small map. But anyway, I was between the stone fence at the border of the map and whatever shed it was. It was like this little alleyway. And I'm just walking, and I explode. My limbs come off, everything. I'm like, what the fuck was that? And I watched this guy's death cam, and he just did this. Pulled the pin on the grenade, was like, up in the sky, just
Yeah.
throws a grenade, random freaking nade, kills me, lands right between my legs, and then my legs pull off. I was like, I'm done with this. I'm not doing this anymore.
Try.
If that's
Okay, but
what
at
can
least
happen,
that's just a
I'm not.
multiplayer game, man. You respawn 2 seconds later. Try that happening to you in a battle royale where you're
Yeah,
fucking
it's true,
done
it's
and you
true.
have to start a new game. Like, it's way more intense. It gets
Yeah,
your
that
heart
sucks.
fucking going. Like, you get into it, and it is exciting. When you were there, Nathaniel, for our first win. We were playing
Yep.
quads. I have a clip of it. I have a clip of our first win. I don't have any audio on it though. I don't think. Well, not my audio. But I think I have you guys. But yeah, it was fucking exciting.
That's a good one.
I picked up. I started playing Kena Bridge of Spirits on PS5. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm almost done it. I think. The combat system it's slow to get going, but once you like unlock some of the abilities, it's way better. So early on, it's really basic and rudimentary, but it does get better. The one problem I have though is the healing, like during combat, is almost non-existent. Like you have to find these little flowers. The only way you can heal in combat is if there are these little flowers around, and you use your power that you have to accumulate, and you have to use it on the flower, and it will heal you once. That's it. So there's no other healing than that. And so the flower has to be there. Otherwise, you can't heal. And you have to have your power charged up, or else you can't heal. So you basically have to dodge everything, which is not easy. And I was having a hard fucking time with it. So I just put the difficulty down, and I was like, I just want to finish this game. So, but after I did that,
Makes
it's
it
cool.
challenging.
The story is pretty cool. It's kind of like Zelda, the play style. It's like third person adventure style. Nice visuals.
Mhm.
There's a performance mode and a fidelity mode. I put it in the performance mode for 60 FPS, and it's nice. It's smooth. Guys, the Pokemon trading card game online. I started playing it again.
Right.
I started playing it again. Started playing again this week. Man, it's a good game. But people probably thinking like, oh, that's for kids. Kids collect those cards. Oh, that's just some kid. A sinister-looking kid is coming to kill me.
Is that
But
Simpsons?
yes, kids do just collect these cards for I don't even know the reason. They don't even play. They don't even play the game. Right? Like, I don't think so.
Cards look nice.
It's not they look nice. They're cool artwork. They have shiny shit on them, but like they're not playing the game. They don't know how to fucking play. It's not easy.
No, I mean,
It's not an easy game to play. It's more complicated, and it's harder than Hearthstone. Like we played Hearthstone for 10 years, right? We've been playing Hearthstone since 2012.
I almost got the legend. I was a sniff away from legend. A sniff.
Like rank 3 or something before they changed the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's a grind. That's a grind too. It's free to play. Anyone can go download it on tablet or PC and start
the most
playing.
fun part, I feel like, it's opening packs.
Yeah, opening packs is fun. It's free.
Well, yeah.
There's a mode where you can start playing so you're on equal playing ground with everybody by using a theme deck, which is the decks that the company makes and releases, so you can't change them. They're set. The cards are set in the deck. So if you get one of those, you can just play against other people with other theme decks. So it's kind of like even.
Oh yes, that's the one that's the
even
one I like to
playground.
play.
So it's cool. That's how you would play if you just start getting into it, which is what I had to do because all my cards were so old, and that's what I'm playing.
Well, when we were kids, like that was exciting, man, because we used to I remember the nights when we used to drive to town to just to buy Pokemon packs. Like I'd be like, "Oh, sweet mom, can I get a Pokemon pack?" And then you'd open it just to see what you got, and it would be a night. We'd make a night of it. Because I used to collect them too. I didn't know how to play. I didn't know what I was doing. But
we did
I
try to
liked
play.
the
I think we
visuals.
made our own rules and would play, but we didn't know actually how to play. We just made our own rules, and we did try to play, but because we couldn't look up the rules anywhere, we didn't have the internet or anything. But yeah, if anyone listening and your kids play Pokemon or collect Pokemon cards, everything you buy physically comes with a digital card code that you can get the same thing in the game online if you just type in that code. So that's how it works.
All right, so next is going to be what game or games or something that we're excited about that's coming out. So Dan, what are you waiting for? What are you excited about?
Oh man. Well, my biggest one is obviously the Cyberpunk next gen upgrade. I've been waiting for that since launch because I bought it. I bought the damn thing
Because
for
they
PS5.
didn't launch it on next gen.
Yeah, no, I think that's a huge discussion. So
Well,
maybe
you bought it
one
on
day
PS4.
We'll get to that. I bought the PlayStation 4 version to play on PS5, and it wasn't a mistake because it ran great. I had very limited problems with bugs. I don't know what everyone was talking about in terms of at least the same playing field, like if they were playing current gen on next gen consoles. I had no issues. Actually, my game was crashing. If I was driving really fast on the freeway,
it crashed every 5 minutes. But other than that,
it wasn't.
I had no issues.
It wasn't that often. But anyway, yeah, it wasn't that often. Just occasionally, it would kinda happen. But that was the only thing. And I would save frequently, so I wasn't a sucker or anything. But anyway, that's what I'm looking forward to because I want to see what kind of visuals we're gonna finally have.
You don't have that ray tracing. You haven't seen it yet.
Not right now.
All right. We've seen it. I have seen it, my son. I have seen it. I've been there. It's magnificent.
I tasted
new
that ray tracing.
Yeah.
I've tasted
Like
it.
I tasted that ray tracing when I had my RTX 3070, and I was like, "Fuck, this looks so sick." And then I sold my 3070.
I have seen ray tracing in Spider-Man, Miles Morales on PlayStation 5. It's all in there.
What a game.
But yeah, I want to see it in Cyberpunk. But they're also going to be patch 1.5 is going to be releasing. Yeah, so new content, new DLC. So I'm looking forward to playing it closer to the way it was meant to be played. You know, the way it meant to be, the way it's meant to look, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my big one.
Do I have a video of it?
I have a video of it.
Of what?
Of ray tracing?
Yeah.
Nice ray tracing.
Yeah.
Look, okay.
In what, Cyberpunk or just in general?
I can show it. if you want. We can just record it, whatever. Can you see this?
Yeah. That looks nice.
Is that better? Okay. So this is a little intro. This is the ray tracing from Cyberpunk. You can see all the reflections and
very nice.
like you
The
see
lights. It's really big in the lights and the shadows.
it's like
glowing.
the lighting, the reflections.
Oh yeah. Wait, I saw something really cool. Go. Can you see in like the shiny
The
floor.
floor.
You can
Like
see
look at the floor.
Yeah.
The floor is the coolest part.
You can see
Like
the
look at
bar
the
light.
reflections. Yeah, you can see the
That's very
lighting.
cool.
This
For
chick.
anybody who doesn't know what ray tracing might be, can you guys give a brief summary of that in the simplest, most purest form?
Yeah, sure. Let me just
Because
I'll close
I'm
this
not
down.
even sure I know exactly
But
what it is.
well,
I've got an
let's see
idea.
it without ray tracing.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, that's lovely. Yes, you can really
That's what it
see
looks
where it's
like.
not ray traced.
All right, to anyone listening, it's just a pile of shit. It's a picture of an actual pile of shit.
Who is sitting there with their fucking camera taking stock photos of turds?
Well,
like you.
Think about that.
it's just special
Like,
effects. They're not
photographers.
real. It's special effects.
No,
It's-
those are real. A photographer took that, put it on a white background and white table, and took shots of that. That's like if I went out to get Huck and Finn's shits outside, put them on a table, and took fucking pictures of them. These are going to be great
Oh my
stock
God,
photos.
that is fucking dumb.
So back to the definition of ray tracing. Either one of you, what would you guys say that it is in layman's terms?
It's just more realistic lighting, really, and reflections. So ray traced shadows, ray traced reflections. It is basically for reflections. It's almost like rendering the scene twice inside the reflections, which why it takes such a huge performance hit, like when you have ray tracing on.
Right.
So that's what
they
it
have
is
to put
basically.
the world that you're seeing
Twice.
in a reflection.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
And all
That's
that
cool.
math behind like how that puddle is seeing
Reflecting
whenever
the
you're
light.
walking over the puddle or whatever. Like reflections in the day, right? Were just like they like put a picture of what is above you or whatever. But this is like
if
it's
that.
actually very. I can read you exactly what Google says. It says ray tracing is a method of graphics rendering that simulates the physical behavior of light, thought to be decades away from reality. And this is just a fucking NVIDIA jerk off.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
fuck.
Video.
But yeah, it's just more like realistically rendered stuff, and it's going to take a lot more computing power to really make those shadows and how they fall, and how they're rendered on different kinds of objects.
But
Cool.
Unreal Engine 5 is with their Lumen thing. It might actually make things a little better, a little easier.
Man,
like,
Unreal Engine
apparently
5 looks
it's
too
really
good to
good.
be true.
Yeah, and that's
It
not
looks
ray
too
traced.
good to be true.
That's not ray traced, right?
Speaking of,
It's
I
just
don't
the
think
Unreal 5,
engine.
I wanted to download the Matrix Awakens, that free Unreal 5 test. I haven't done it yet,
It's sick.
but I wanted to do because like I remember I saw the trailer and I looked at the environments. I was like, oh my god! Like,
I couldn't
am
even
I
tell.
looking? I know.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I looking at here? Like, is this? And then it made me think. Like, it's strange how environments are always the first thing to look better in graphics enhancements, or I should say advancements. Sorry, than character models, which is interesting. Do you guys have an idea as to why that might be? Why are environments almost easier to get realistic than like
Are you saying
character models?
Are you saying that it looked better than NHL 22? Is that what you were saying?
Yes.
Maybe not the character model.
Maybe not the
I'm just joking.
animation.
It did, yes, it did for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's because whenever we're looking at environments in real life, we're just passing them by, kind of thing. Whenever we interact with people, we really hone in on what they look like and
Details,
their
physical
animations and their
details.
details and stuff like that. So whenever we see a graphic rendering or a graphic demo of a face, like Unreal will do it, NVIDIA will do it, where they'll show a face with like 1 billion polygons and all this shit, and it looks insane, right? But this one is because in games, we're not really looking at our characters, right? So whenever we get plopped into the world, the only
the
thing
back
we
of their
usually
heads.
see is the back of their heads, or if it's first person, we automatically look at what's around us. And in the Matrix demo that you can download and play, it honestly looks like you've been plopped into New York City. Is it New York City?
Right. I thought it was like Washington or something in the demo. I
I thought it was New York because I thought I saw the John Wick hotel.
Oh, maybe.
But it looks unbelievable. It looks unfreaking believable.
Yeah. That's just what brought up that point because I remember looking at the character model though of what's her face. I don't know who that is, or whatever her name is.
New character.
And I was like,
It doesn't look very good.
No.
Yeah, the character model, I don't think that's what they concentrated on. I was like, that doesn't look
Okay.
great. But the environment.
Well, because it just looked like any other
I think what they were trying to showcase was if you zoom out, everything is happening at the same time. There's like hundreds of cars driving around.
Mm-hmm.
There's hundreds of people. It's to showcase Unreal's polygon count. They don't call them polygons anymore. There's something else.
They're assets. I think they're like
whatever vertices or whatever that they can display at the time is at one time is so much more now that they can just put so much shit on the screen at the same time and have little performance hit or less performance hit.
Right.
That's
and
what
they were telling you like the traffic that's happening from what you're watching is happening where you can't see it. Like even the same calculations, the same processing is happening here as well as 15 blocks that way. And they're in the frame, like they're in the system and running, but whenever you go there, there's no pop-up, there's no pop-ins. You know how
nothing's loading.
Wherever you go, wherever you go is already loaded. It's in there.
Sweet. So
what I'm excited about would probably be the new PS5 VR. My next, I've always wanted to get into the VR, but it's so fucking expensive.
I would
right?
love to
Like
have
if
a
I'm
VR.
gonna buy a VR, I was gonna buy the big one at like $1,400. What is it? The Steam one?
Oh, the
It was
Steam
something
one.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I would never buy
but
Oculus,
now-
though. Facebook fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, fuck
Would never.
Facebook.
No.
The PS5 VR is gonna be like top of the line. Like the techs in here, the specs in this are sick. Okay, we got a resolution of 2000 by 2040 per eye, so it's like 2K resolution in each eye. I think the highest right now is around like 1080p, maybe a little bit higher than 1080p. Maybe it's not. I don't think another VR headset right now has 2K each eye. It's gonna have OLED HDR in each eye. It's gonna be able to do 90 hertz and 120 hertz. Field of view is 110 degrees. But I think the biggest thing is going to be that resolution per eye is going to be sick. I did watch
You're
a
gonna be
YouTube video.
puking in your fucking living
Yeah.
room.
Oh, yeah.
You just go like, you like fall off a building or something in the game. You're like, just start hurling.
Imagine
everywhere.
the scene.
No, I put my goggles on. I'm just sitting there playing like Skyrim VR or whatever.
You just
I'm just
think,
like puking on myself, sitting there puking.
You're
And
just like,
Alma comes home, and I'm just
feel
like,
sick.
Everyone's living room's got fucking puke everywhere. And
Yeah.
She rips off the goggles. I'm like, oh, it was so fucking awesome.
It's like, oh, where am I? Back to reality.
But the release date is rumored Q2 2022. So maybe by summer we'll have our hands on it. And the price is rumored as well at about $499 US. So it's going to
That's
cost
nice.
about as much as another console, but still not even close to what's out there now. I think the cheapest good VR headset you can get is the Facebook one at like $300. But you sell your soul along with all your eye tracking and
metaverse.
biometrics, all that shit. they'll take from you.
to the metaverse.
But yeah,
We
definitely
own
looking forward to
your
this.
soul.
VR has been my next go-to gaming avenue. I think is going to be my next big purchase. I think.
Cool. That's cool.
Then
I
we'll
am
never
also
see you again.
actually- I'm
Yeah.
also excited for that. I don't really have anything written down for this. I'm not really. Just take it as she
Right,
comes.
well,
Maybe
that's-
like the
that's all
Hogwarts
right.
game that's coming out. I want to play that. That's pretty.
Oh
cool.
yeah, I forgot about that one.
That should be cool. It's gonna be like open world, like
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet.
Harry Potter RPG. But
That looks
now that you
pretty
say
sweet.
that VR, I am looking forward to that VR. That VR. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? All right, that sums it up pretty much for this part. We're going to be continuing with a part 2 next week. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow us on your podcast platforms. Comment about what games you are hooked on right now and what games you're looking forward to. And also, if you've played any of these Raytrace games, what are your thoughts? Has it lived up to the hype? See you next time.